the next is waste minimization. Waste minimization adoption industry standards for manufacturing, causing of loss to minimize waste, leaving a fees for SMW service, penalties for over waste generation. Next one is recycling or shortening. So recycling in the recycling is there is a lot of shortening that is there. So we will see one by one. So first one is hand shortening. So second one is mechanical shortening by magnetic and electric field separation, density separation, size separation. Next one is third stage is processing. The first two processing gas or energy or compost. So first one is biological process. So that is there are two types of processing. First one is anaerobic process and the second one is anaerobic process. Anaerobic processes need O2 and anaerobic processes no need of O2. For example, window composting, air filter composting, inverted composting, vermicomposting, gives composting. Uh, Next one is anaerobic process. There is no need of O2, low solids and wet process, high solids and dry solids, combined digestion. Next one is a thermal process. Thermal process is nothing but there are three types of processes there. The first one is combustion. So that is the incineration process with excess of O2. Second one is pyrolysis with the absence of O2. Third one is gasification system with a less O2. Next, the stage 4 is transformation and stage 5 is disposal. To reduce volume and decultivation transformation for biomedical waste, first one is autoclaving, hydroclaving, microwaving, enclavation, chemical, and next one is disposal. So waste that is the final rejects are disposed as landfills. So there are three types of work is there. So first one is reduction, reuse, and recycling. So in that we have seen 7R type in that market. So we are going to see 3R concept. The 3R concept. The first one is reduce, reuse, and recycle. So it is the order of priority of action to be taken to reduce the amount of waste generated and improve overall waste management process and the programs. The waste hierarchy consists of 3R as follows. The first one is reduce, reuse, and recycle. Next one is purpose. So purpose. The product of reuse, material volume reduction, quantity reduction, increased product lifetime, decreased consumption. So reducing of solid waste. So there are so many types of solid waste there. These are some solid waste process. First, here is reduce. The concept of reducing what is produced and what is consumed essential to waste and energy. The logic behind it is simple to understand. There is less waste, then there is less to recycle or reuse. Process of reduce begins with an examination. The concept of reducing what is produced and waste and what is consumed is essential to waste management. The logic behind it is simple to understand. If there is less waste, then there is less to recycle or reuse. The process of reduce begins with an examination of what you are using and what it is used for. The best way to manage is to not reduce it. Here are some of the things you can do reduce the waste. So first point is print on both sides of the paper to reduce paper wastage. Use electronic mail to reach out to people instead of sending paper mail. Remove your name from the mailing list that you no longer what you receive. Use clothing use cloth napkins instead of paper or paper. using disposable plates, spoons, glass, cups, and napkins. They add to the problem and they result in the large amount of waste. Avoid buying items that are overpacked with foil, paper, plastic. This excess packaging goes to waste. So pack lunch or snack that does not involve throwing anything away when you do. The next point is buy products in bulk, larger economy size products are ones in concentrated from home use less packaging and usually cost less per ounce. Maintain central files rather than using several files for individuals. Next one is use a dishcloth instead of paper towels. Next one is reuse. It makes economic and environmental sense to reduce the products. Sometimes it takes creativity. Using something again is called the reuse, improving the proper maintenance. So these are some examples for use and recycle of the products. So this picture shows that reuse products of real-time solid waste. Some reuse materials, salvaged window, newspaper, bottles, furniture, clothing, plastics, electrical appliances. Recycling. So, recycling is the process of converting waste material into reusable object to prevent waste of potentially useful materials. The next point is reduce consumption of fresh raw materials, energy use, air pollution from the incinerate, and water pollution by landfilling. Some significance of recycling. So first one is economic significance. So cost reduction, employment, energy saving, reduced healthcare cost, saving cost for other public utilities. So next point is environmental and health significance, improved environment, natural resource conservation, social significance. Processing equipment for recycling. So first one is ballast, can densifiers, glass crushers, magnetic separation, wood grinders. These are the this picture shows the ballast example. So this one is can densifiers. This picture shows the uh, glass crushers. So these are the magnetic separators example. So this one is wood grinders. So product, paper and cardboard. So source reduction of waste. So source reduction is also known as waste reduction is an approach that pursued waste management and the next point is reducing waste before it is generated is a logical way to save cost and natural resources and preserve the local environment. The next one is purpose. Product reuse, material volume reduction, toxicity reduction, increased product lifetime, and decreased consumption. So implementation, in the implementation, so first one is education and research, financial incentives, and incentives, the regulation. Next topic is on-site storage method. And on-site storage method means temporary collection of waste at the household level. The next point is it is important that waste is stored in the proper containers. This is preferably made up of locally available materials. The next one is on-site waste handling. It is an activity associated with the handling of solid waste until they are placed in containers. Waste handling depends on the types of waste materials separated for reuse and recycling. And also, it's an activity to move the loaded containers to the collection point and to return empty containers to the point where they are stored between collections. And the next one is on-site separation. The separation of waste paper, cardboard, aluminum cans, glass, and plastic containers at the source. It is the most effective way to achieve recovery and reuse materials. Stored in a separated container until they are collected. And next one is characteristics of container materials. The first one is lightweight, second one is recyclable, third one is easily molded. These are some characteristics of container materials. And the fourth one is surface should have smooth finish. The resistance should have smooth finish, non-reactive with wastage, easily available corrosion, water repellents. So next one is household storage materials. These are some plastic materials or PVC or polymer materials, wood or bamboo, steel, iron rings, discharge cans, things, packaging box, concrete, fiberboard. These are corrosion resistant design. These are roadside litter dumping. It is worse that a garbage bin and storage containers and storage bins. So the design efficient waste collection system requires careful consideration of type, size, and the location of containers for the storage of waste until they are collected. So types of containers, there are three types of containers. So first one is stationary containers, second one is hauled containers, and third one is communal containers. So first is a stationary container. So the storage of waste remain at the point of collection. The collection will be generally stopped along the sides storage containers, and the collection crews loads the waste from the storage containers into the collection vehicles. These are some stationary collection system. Example. And next one is hauled container. Hauled container system are ideally suited for removal of waste from the source where rate of generation is high because large containers are used. Types. The first one is the hoist strut and a tilt frame container. Third one is a trash trailer. These are some example of hoist strut. And, this one is a tilt frame container. And third one is trash trailer. So capacity of container used for the various collection system. The first one is stationary container type, and for stationary compactor, it has capacity of 6 to 12 yard yard capacity, and second one is open top or debris box. It has capacity of 12 to 50, and third one is open top trash trailers, that is 20 to 40 capacity, and fourth one is enclosed top and side loading. These are 1 to 8 capacity, and fifth one is a special container, that is 0.23 to 0.45 capacity, and the final one is small plastic, that is 0.08 to 0.21 capacity. So the third one is the communal container. Generally, the containers used for waste storage or in communal containers. The communal containers can lift and mechanically empty. The capacity of the communal container is 1 to 4 meter cube. The use of communal containers is largely depend on the local culture and tradition and attitude towards the waste. Communal containers may be fixed on the ground or stationary or hauled. So factors considering on-site storage. The first one is types of container. The second one is container location. Third one is public health, and fourth one is aesthetic, and fifth one is methods of collection. So these parameters should consider for the on-site storage methods. So it is very important to the on-site storage system. So we will consider so entirely for these factors of on-site storage system. So we will see in next topic in next videos onwards. Thank you.